Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. It's Amber Shanice. Today I am going to be sewing up a Christy Dawn dress dupe using the Betty dress pattern by Cayden Naughten. The dress that I'm going to be recreating today is this really beautiful dress by Christy Dawn called the Antara dress or Antara dress. I'm not really sure how you'd pronounce it, but it's this dress here. I feel like this is the perfect summer dress with the spaghetti straps, and I really like all of the cohesive patterns put together to make this dress. And so for today, I'm trying to get through a bit of my scrap fabric still, and a bit of the fabric that I had left over that I felt like went together really well was this one here. This really pretty floral that I had left over. I used this when making my pinafore dress by Rosary Apparel. I have that video on my channel if you want to take a look at that. That's a little bit back. And then I had this basic black cotton, simple black cotton, and I thought these two will go good together for that dress. And that little trim that's on the bottom of the dress. I still have so much of this gingham left over. If you've watched some of my videos in the past, you will know that I had made a couple of things now using this gingham, and there's still quite a bit left, so I used this for the trim that's on the bottom of the dress. I've already cut out all of my pieces. Let me bring you guys over to my table here so that you can see kind of the vision of what I have planned for this dress. So I've laid out my pattern pieces so that I can get a visual of what I have planned for this dress. So starting with the top of my dress, I want that to just be the black fabric at the bust, just like that. So the bust is going to be just the black cotton. Right underneath the bust, I'm going to be using that black floral, followed by the main skirt being the black cotton, black floral, and trimmed with the gingham. And I also am using the gingham for the pockets as well, just because I didn't have enough fabric of the other two to make pockets. So we're going to do gingham pockets, and the straps are going to be in that floral as well. So for this dress, I am going to be doing a couple of hacks that Cayden actually has on her Instagram, and it's going to give me the same look as the Christy Dawn dress. So again, this is the Betty dress by Cayden Naughten. And so for the hacks, I'm going to be doing the Spaghetti Betty hack, and I'm going to be doing the elastic back hack that she has. For this dress, it originally comes with like a corset style back that you thread up, and you could cinch it in that way. But to make this look closest to that Christy Dawn dress, I do want to do that strapless back hack, and I think that it's going to be super comfy as well, choosing that option. So I will also make sure that I leave link down below those hack videos that I'm using so that you can access those if need be, if you're trying to recreate this dress as well. So without further ado, let's just get to sewing. All right, so I just finished pressing my bias tape, and I'm now going to go ahead and do my straps. All that I will be doing for the straps is folding the strap right side together. I'm gonna sew right along this outer edge, and then use a loop turner or whatever method you like to use for your straps, and just turn it right side out. So I have that tie flipped out now. And so next up, I'm going to be sewing up my skirt panels, those 3 tiers, the main tier, the pattern tier, and that trim piece that's on the bottom. Now, ideally, just like in the picture here, I would have had the main skirt gathered to the top of the dress. That middle tier of the skirt section would have more volume gathered to the main part of the skirt. However, because I was working with scraps, I didn't have enough, so mine are the exact same width, and it's just going to be sewn straight across on the skirt with no gathers, and the only part that's gathered for my skirt is going to be the part that's attached to the top of the dress. I'm just going to keep it super simple. Just sew right along this edge here, serge, and press going down. And then I'm going to take that top tier, the top of the skirt, and do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to sew right along this edge and serge. All right, so here is what my front skirt is going to look like. And all I need to do now is sew in some pockets. So now that the pockets are attached, I'm going to go ahead and just serge the entire outside edge on both sides. Then I'm going to flip this pocket open, understitch this so that it lays flat. And after I'm done with all of that, I will repeat these exact same steps to the back skirt as well. That is all sewn up now. I have done the front and the back skirts and they look like this. This is the front skirt. I'm seeing you can kind of see through this a little bit, but maybe you won't see it as much once it's all gathered up. But here's the front, sewn straight on with each panel. Those pockets are on, everything is serged. The pockets are understitched. And this is great because now that I have the front and the back skirt all done, I could just go ahead and start sewing up the bodice of this dress. And bodice of the dress is the hardest part of the dress, and this was the easiest, so I got this all done. I will be back in here tonight to finish up this dress, hopefully, since I finished both skirt pieces. And the top of this dress is also the funnest part, so I'll see if I can get this all done tonight, and if I can, then I'll be able to try it on tomorrow, and I'm very excited about it. So yeah, it's dinner time and then bath time with the children, and I will be back on here with my jammies later on. All right, you guys, so it is now very late at night and I am excited to sew for a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be finishing this dress, but I am hoping to finish this dress because I'm just excited to see this make all complete. So I'm just gonna bring you guys right over here as I start assembling this front and back bodice. So I have my front and lining for the bodice. I just cut the same piece out twice and it is the same fabric that I'm using for the front and lining. And I am just gonna line these up and sew right along this neckline. Okay, so I've just sewn that together. I know it's really hard to see because I'm using black, but that is sewn together now right at that neckline. And what I'm gonna do is open this up, and right at the center I need to make 2 little buttonholes. So I'm just gonna choose this side here, and I need to make 2 little buttonholes right in this area. So what I'm gonna do is just mark those out. Not sure what's going on with my machine, but when I pull this down like you're supposed to with the buttonhole, I'll press your foot on my machine and everything is in the right spot, it's not working. It won't do the automatic stitch. It just keeps stitching straight, which is so weird, or I keep getting an error message. I don't have time to deal with that at the moment, so what I'm gonna do is just sew my buttonholes on manually using a zigzag stitch and just pray that this is going to be as neat as I possibly can get it. So let's just see what we can do here. Now, because I had to sew these on by hand, they are not perfect by any means, but they will get the job done, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna go ahead and seam rip these open, these buttonholes, and then press this neckline down and sew right along this edge to create a channel for the ties. So now that this is pressed, before I actually add that channel, I need to fold this edge over. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna fold this down and then fold it over this way again, so that when I sew that channel, this has a nice edge there. So that's all stitched up now. Added the channel in for the tie. And now along the bottom, there are notches. I'm going to add gathering threads right between both of those notches. Okay, so those gathering stitches are sewn through now both sides. I sewed it through the main and the lining. And I'm gonna set this aside for now. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead that is finished and grab my piece that goes underneath the bust. And I'm gonna grab the right side of my fabric, which is this one here. And I'm just gonna baste these together right along this top edge here where the underbust is gonna sit, just to hold these pieces together. Now that those are basted together, I'm going to take those gathering threads and gather my bodice to the width of this section here. Okay, so now we are going to be working on the back bodice. I'm going to place these right sides facing, and just like we did with the front bodice, I am going to go ahead and just sew right along this neckline, flip it right side out, and give it a good press. Okay, so that is all sewn up. I have my channel sewn in. I've sewn along these curved edges and right along the bottom. And I am now on this pattern piece. She has marked out all of the tie placements if you were doing that corset back. And in order to do elastic back hack, where you see each star, those are the original markings. And between those, I found the center point, and then I found the center point between each of those. Added 3 evenly spaced out lines, and then 1 on top of the very top line. So there's a total of 14 markings, and that's how many stitch lines you're going to do across the back of the dress. All right, so good morning, you guys. Once again, I could not hang last night, but I did get a lot done, and I should be able to whip this up and finish this dress this morning and try it on in a bit here. So last thing you saw was me sewing the channels in. And I know this fabric is very patterned, so it might be hard to see all those channels, but they are sewn in there. And so now I am going to go ahead and cut my elastic to go through every other channel. So I'm gonna put a line of elastic in every other channel. Now in her hack, unless I'm missing it, it doesn't say how long to make the elastic. So I'm gonna have to wing that part because I'm honestly not sure, but I'm gonna take my tape measure here, and I think the best way to go about this is just measuring from like here to here, whatever that number will be. So I'll like measure from here to here, like where side seam to side seam would be, and it's at about 14 3/4. So I'm like, should I just do 15? 14? I think I'm gonna go up though. I think I'll make it a little bit looser than what it says. Yeah, I don't think I saw how long to make these. And I almost forgot, before I actually have to thread the elastic through every other channel. I need to attach my back bodice to my back skirt and then attach my front bodice to the front skirt. And then after I attach that, I could add the elastic. So to the back, I'm going to add gathering stitches right along this top edge here so that I can gather it to be the same width as my back bodice. Okay, so just like that, that is sewn on now, the back bodice. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the front bodice and then press the seam going down on both pieces. Right, and then the front is now sewn on. It's looking like this. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so cute. Seeing the front come together is making me even more excited about this dress right now. Now I get to do the elastic, and something that just dawned on me, in the instructions, she has that elastic channel that goes through the back in the original dress. It goes through the back at the top. I wonder if you're supposed to just use that same measurement for that elastic for the entire back of the dress. Let me go look and see what that measurement is and see if it corresponds with the measurement that I did on my own back, because maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Quick intermission. I just took a look at the instructions and I don't think that she used that same measurement. That doesn't make sense to me. Let me look at the picture. I'm just gonna go with my gut and use the measurement that I got, and I'm gonna extend it a little bit. My measurement was about 14 and 3/4. I think I'm gonna do like 16 inches, just so I have enough to be able to catch on either side. I really hope this works. I don't want to have to undo elastic later on, but if it doesn't work, that's always an option. So I'm just gonna commit. I'm gonna commit to 16 inches. I've cut out all of my elastic, and now I'm just gonna thread that through. Okay, so I've just finished threading that elastic through all of the channels, and this is looking very satisfying and really neat. I think I am going to like this hack a lot and probably incorporate it in a lot of my dresses. I feel like this is going to give the dress a lot of support, which I really like because I have a heavier chest. I'm excited about this. I haven't even tried it on yet, but I can tell already that I'm really gonna like it. Now that I am done with threading that elastic, I've just pinned it along the sides. And so I'm gonna sew each of those little elastics down there. This is what that's looking like. It's nice and structured, and I really like this. So that elastic back is all sewn up. I love how sturdy this feels, but it feels like it still will be very comfortable. So I am gonna step away for a moment so I can go feed my baby, and then I will be back in here in just a second. I went down to feed my baby. My big baby wanted me, so we're gonna try to do this with him for a second here. So I'll be taking my dresses and pinning them together, right sides together, and I'm gonna sew all the way along the side seams and around the pockets. Remember what I said, you have to be nice. You're gonna have to go back downstairs with Daddy. See, I try to be nice and let him be a part of what I got going on here, and then he just started doing too much. So I had to take him back to his father downstairs. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna be sewing these right sides together all along those side seams. Here's the back of the dress, and We have the front of the dress, and I'm gonna start by pinning right at the seam here where the bodice and skirt meet, just to keep things nice and even, just pinning at those key points. So my dress is all pinned up now along the side seams, all the way around the pockets and down the rest of the length of the skirt. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and sew right along the side seams. I just quickly tried my dress on before serging the bodice just in case, and I am so happy that I did that because it is too big. So what I'm gonna do is unpick each elastic channel, and I'm gonna pull out a lot of elastic. It was probably about a good 2.5 inches or so on either side that needed to be taken in. So I'm gonna pull out quite a bit of this elastic. Pray that it's enough. Before I tack it all back in place, I'm just gonna try it on inside out and see if it's fitting underneath my waist and back the way that it's supposed to be. So I have my seam ripper. I'm just gonna go on each of these channels, unpick, and move on from there. I have just finished unpicking those seams open where the elastic channels were, and I pulled them out by about 4 inches, and I'm not gonna close them up. I'm gonna try this on before I close it up. I hope that it fits much snugger now. So I am very excited because taking those 4 inches was the move. It was exactly what I needed to remove. It fits me perfect now around my waist. I'm just gonna stitch all the way along this entire bodice again from the skirt up to the top, just to make sure everything's nice and secure since I've removed so many stitches. Those side seams are now sewn down and serged. Now that that is done, we are in the home stretch. All that I have left to sew is the binding and then thread those ties. I have my binding here that I made earlier. I'm going to just attach it to the armholes. I've pinned that binding down to this side here, and I'm gonna stitch right along this crease, and make sure that you fold this down. Almost messed up. You're gonna fold it at an angle here. Now that it's attached, I folded it down, and now I'm just gonna fold this flat. All right, so I have attached that binding, and I'm gonna stitch right along this edge here just to finish off that armhole, and then repeat those steps to the other side as well. Okay, so this is what this is looking like here. It has a very nice finish on the inside and the outside. And now I'm gonna repeat that to the opposite side of the dress. So I just finished doing those armhole bindings. All that is left is to thread up the top and to hem the bottom. All right, so my dress is now complete and it's looking so cute. I'm very excited to try this on. So yeah, let's go try this on and hear my thoughts about this dress. Guys, I am so excited about this dress. This dress is so cute. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that I am wearing this dress first off without a bra on. That this dress has enough support to hold me up comfortably. My mind is kind of blown right now. This dress is up there with some of my favorite patterns that I think I have ever made. Me not having to wear a bra with this dress has literally sealed the deal for me. I cannot believe how beautiful this dress is. For there to be a pattern where I basically don't really feel the need to make any changes is such a big deal. Changes that I would probably make to this dress, and one of those changes she has in her instructions being raising this neckline. If I were to just raise my neckline up about an inch or 1.5 inches or so, that would be perfection. Because I didn't make a toile, which I should have done. I really need to get better about doing that. It just seems like so much extra work to have to go and make the whole dress before making the dress. If I had done a toile first, I would have known. I would have liked this up just about 1 inch or so, just to make me a little bit more comfortable. But even with saying that, I still feel so comfortable in this dress. The other change that I would make for the elastic back hack on this dress, I would take this elastic all the way up. I wouldn't stop. So that is another change that I feel like I would like. She has the hack to where you stop right about here. This is where the elastic channel stops. I would take my elastic channel up as far as it lets me and see what that will give me. I feel like I would like that a little bit better because I feel like it's kind of distributing my weight in a way that I don't really love right here. So, but you guys, look at this dress. Look at this dress. I love the color combo with what I have chosen. The trim on the bottom is so pretty. This is so flattering. I added pockets. I think that is fun that they're that gingham print. I really want like another 1 or 2 of these dresses for the summer and a couple for fall, because this with long sleeves, I am just seriously in love. I'm in love with this dress, in love with this pattern. I can't believe how well this fits. I can't believe how beautiful this is. So let me just go ahead and do some proper final shots of this dress so that you can see it in all its glory. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. I appreciate you more than you know, and I hope that you enjoyed. This was so much fun for me to make. Go and check out Cayden's pattern. This Betty dress is the perfect dupe for the Christy Dawn Antara or Antara dress. It's so beautiful. Highly recommend this pattern. Cayden did a phenomenal job on creating a pattern that is so inclusive to all body types, shapes, and sizes, chest sizes specifically, because I cannot believe how well this fits me. Up top, I am blown away by that alone. Definitely check this pattern out. I am going to leave it linked down in the description below. She did a phenomenal job. So once again, I hope that you enjoyed, and if you like seeing content like this, I would love to have you join my little family here on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that 1,000 of you so far have clicked the subscribe button and have decided to follow me along on this journey. I appreciate you all more than you know. And if you want to see more from me, please just keep on watching. Give this video a like if you liked it, of course. Leave a comment down below of what you think of the dress, if you will be trying it out or if you have tried it before. I would love to hear your thoughts and hear what you have planned to sew as well. And also, I would love to hear what you would like for me to sew. I'm sure you guys have great ideas, and I would definitely love to look through them and possibly sew them up. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I pray that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful and blessed day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys next time for a new video.